Hey guys. Today's date, I took my calendar down. Today is the official day after the last day of school. I'll fix it here. Because it's teacher work day, like a lot of us have. Teacher work day. So, here's what happened today. By the way, I'm a third grade teacher. Teach in Northern California. My grade level partner retired. And it feels really, really weird. Because when you work with someone for 11 years, 12, 11, you tend to finish each other's sentences. And so this whole year has been a retirement, send off to her, really, in my book. It's just strange right now watching someone move into her classroom next door. And I like who I'll work with next year. I will work with two new third grade teachers next year. It's just going to be different. And they say change is good, and it's always, an opportunity for growth. It's just life. It's what we do. And every year is different, of course. But it's just one of those things where you know it's coming, like anything. And here we are. So anyway, this is the first summer in a long time that I'm not teaching summer school. I actively made that decision, 2 months ago, because of a lot of things. Number one, this was the hardest year in 27 years of teaching, I think, that I've ever managed through. And I can't put my finger on exactly what was hard about it. It was just the culmination of a lot of things. I'm so used to teaching curriculum and the type and timing of it that I teach, and that was so different this year. Here's what I mean. I had kids who didn't really know how to line up. I remember at one point I just said, you put him down. You can't pick him up. This little girl looks at me. She puts down this boy she's holding in the air. In front of her. She said, he was in my place in line. I was trying to tell him where to stand. So what I taught a lot this year was being with each other, being with yourself, being kind, all the things, right? All the things we take for granted that we learn at school because we weren't at school. And then when I can shift gears here and mention curriculum, I was, third grade teacher, teaching a lot of second grade stuff, especially when school started. I anticipated that. What I didn't anticipate was that my kids wouldn't have writing skills that they usually come with. And what I mean by that isn't just organizational skills for writing. It's writing with a pencil, holding a pencil, writing their name with a pencil, alternating uppercase and lowercase letters randomly. And what doesn't help with that, and this is a sidebar here, but some teachers in their classrooms will use a font on their posters and things that alternate uppercase and lowercase because it looks cute and it's fun. But I think sometimes we forget the classroom is for the kids also, right? Mostly for the kids. It's for us too on a certain level, but the kids need a print-rich environment, and that print needs to be right, spot on. It needs to be conducive to what they're learning. Anyway, so my kids did a lot of that. They were reluctant to let that Y hang on the line. And I still had a few kids, even at the end of the school year when we were doing our book projects. We did these expert books, and even then, I still had some kids who just couldn't fix it themselves. I had to point it out to them. So that was hard. Being masked for, I think, 2/3 of the year was hard. Again, I'm in California, so we do it. I don't think I could drink enough Diet Coke this year. I do. I think that I had my share and more of Diet Coke this year. Beyond that, we didn't have any parent volunteers. And I'm at a school where that's part of your agreement that you have when you come here, is that you will volunteer your time, your expertise, you'll go on field trips, you will work in the classroom, all that stuff. And it's a public school. It's just common agreement that we have. And in return, your kids get more from their teacher. They get more from their peers. They get more from themselves because there's accountability. None of that because parents weren't allowed at school. So that made it hard. And I, quite frankly, just me adjusting to being back with kids in the classroom was hard. And I will knock on wood when I say this. I never had to suffer through COVID. I was vaccinated, you know, as much as I possibly could be, and wore a mask, and didn't get COVID. And I wasn't militant about it, but I made sure if I was out in public, I was not going to be exposing myself as far as I knew. So never had to miss work for that. I still ran 6 marathons this year. It was good. And 2 of them were the Boston Marathon because we had one in October, right? And then we got back on schedule, so April. So some things were the same, lots was different. So that brings me to what's next, right? Oh God, here's where I get excited. Da-da-da! I got my Erin Condren planner in the mail. Dun-dun. So I have not even written in it yet because I'm just sort of waiting, you know. Here we go. My Erin Condren planner. La la la, la la la. And I always put my name on it there. Heidi's planner. So, and I always get the model that you can like put pictures on. There's this, here we go. See that? There is so much joy ahead. I cut that off by accident, but you know, I've got pictures of people I care about on here and things. So meaningful to me. But here's what I had to pay an extra. I made a mistake when I ordered it, so it's not their fault. So I would not let them fix it and have them pay for it. But the inside of the planner is I like the bold colors. See that? The bold colors, because you can get pastels, and I gave the planner to somebody else because it bugged me to see. But I like that. And I don't like the other one I had was muted colors, and it was like pastel, like I said, but flowers and not my jam. So this is my jam. So I'm so excited to fill this in. So that's my next steps. I've booked. We have 10 field trips we take, so I've booked 4 already, which is good, and actually 5. 2 of those are overnight field trips. One is for 2 nights, which is in the spring, and the other one is for 1 overnight in September. So that'll be fun. Done that. I'm going to go ahead and clean up my classroom. I'll show you what it looks like right now. Before I have to go today. I don't have to go, but I'm going to. But this is the view from here. So I've taken my calendar down, and they're going to be using my classroom for summer school. So that's down. I got a case of Diet Coke there waiting to be drank. One of my parents. And, you know, it's the bulletin boards are down. I got to take my birthday board down, but my classroom is no kid workup, nothing. So I got to clean. Gonna clean my classroom and put stuff away. But summer school, they're gonna need some of my supplies, so I leave those out. I know the gal teaching summer school in my classroom, so I don't worry at all about her not leaving it as nice or nicer than she you know, she comes upon it, which is great. They're all our kids, aren't they? They're all our kids. So I'm going to put some dates in my planner right now. So excited.